Hello and welcome to Subbies TV. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Ninja. We have had a horrible weekend, both in weather and in some of the results, but we're going to report on it anyway. We'll get straight into the show with our panel. Now, we've brought back one of our favourite men from Irish, Panda.
Good to be here, Ninja. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
On a Lions
Most
weekend.
annoying chant you'll hear. And we've got Ricky Love. Ricky Love, now he plays with Mossman, but you are a Lions supporter. You are our little analyst that's come on the show.
Yeah, I'll be your token Lion pundit today, yeah.
Yeah.
Although Panda and maybe takes that box as well.
I think you both did.
Yeah.
I was going to bring a
split it.
translator on the show, but I didn't have enough money to get him on. So we're going to do our best, and we'll put subtitles up if we're able. But so tell us a bit about yourself. We know about you, Panda. So tell us a bit about yourself. Where have you played? You've obviously come.
So yeah, obviously
overseas.
played in Ireland when I was a junior, played for City of Derry, moved over to university in Edinburgh in Scotland. I was seeking warmer climate.
Yep.
Didn't find it in Edinburgh. Played for Murrayfield Wanderers for about 6 years, club captain for a couple of years, and then moved over to Sydney a couple of years ago. Didn't think I was going to play rugby, but yeah, missed it quite a lot. So
Yep.
found myself back on a Saturday morning pulling the boots on.
Perfect, and we love having you. All right, guys, well, we'll throw straight to the weekly wrap with Emily Barker, and she can tell us everything that's happened over the weekend.
Thanks, Ninja. Well, it wasn't the greatest weekend for rugby, with the wild weather creating horrible playing conditions. Curtly Beale wasn't the only slip-up of the weekend, with several favourites not dealing so well in the wet. Looking at the scores now, and in Division 1 it was close across the board. Beecroft just got away 3-point winners over Hunters Hill, and colleagues forced to fight every second for their 1-point win over Iggy's. But it was the 10-all draw between Drummoyne and Campbelltown that was the big surprise. Looking at the table, and arguably 8 teams are in the hunt. St Pat's and Balmain leading the way, with Mossman dropping to 3rd and colleagues hanging on in 4th. Division 2 had one game called off, while the rest of the division played out relatively close affairs, the biggest margin coming from Forest's 40-14 win over Linfield. Linfield's loss drops them out of the top 4, replaced by Oatley. Forest remains in 3rd, Petersham 2nd, and Brothers occupying top spot. Division 3 was full of nail-biters. Hornsby and Hawkesbury Valley both had hard-fought 8-point wins, and St George landed a penalty with a minute to go to get the win against a very fast finishing Hawkesbury Ag. Despite the loss, the Blue Mountains remain at the top, with Hornsby, St George and Hawkesbury Valley all closing in. Division 5 now, and they may be celebrating the Lions win, but the Irish wouldn't be happy after going down by 1 point to a very determined Mac Uni. The loss moves the Irish to 2nd behind Redfield, while 3rd place, Sydney Harlequins, and 4th place Maccabee grabbed good wins over the weekend to tighten the top 4. Finally, in Division 6, and a huge turnaround from Round 1 has seen Dundas Valley beat Clovelly 22-8. Having gone down 94-0 when they last met, Dundas were ready for the Clovelly boys, better dealing with the conditions to take the win. Dundas now sits 1st on the table, while Chatswood, after their big win, moved to 2nd. Sydney Grammar, having not played, is in 3rd, with Clovelly dropping all the way down to 4th. Well, that's the wrap from a very wet weekend. Hopefully it clears and the Wallabies get a win. Back to you, Ninja.
Thanks, Emily. Yes, I hope the Wallabies get up this weekend as well, and I'm sure you gentlemen do too. No?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. Obviously, there was some interesting scores over the weekend. The weather played havoc for everybody. Any that stuck out for you, Ricky?
Yeah, Iggy's colleagues got up over Iggy's. We played Iggy's a few weeks ago, quite a good club. I know they're not going very well, so kind of was hoping they were going to get up there, but yeah, just not quite, losing by a point.
1 point. I mean, it's so easy to just blame the weather, but colleagues are such a great outfit, and they're actually, they love using the forwards and that close
the
game
way they
anyway,
play,
so to get up by 1 point is definitely a shock, and I think also the 10-10 draw between Drummoyne and Campbelltown was interesting. Any that stuck out for you, Panda?
The one in which we lost to...
there is one.
I'll bring it up and congratulate Mac Uni on a great win. They did very well.
Now, you were saying before the show that you had 23 guys out?
We had a few... watching the Lions in Brisbane. Yeah, but other than that, we had a few missing. But no. Due respect to Mac Uni, they played very well and deserved the win.
And it's just looking at the tables. We won't go into all of them, but Div 5 in particular.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's getting really, really interesting, isn't it? You've got so many. I mean, even the convicts, are still, I guess, a mathematical chance, but they can cause some upsets.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, Mac Uni, they've beaten ourselves, they've beaten Maccabee, they're teams that are towards the top of the table.
Yep.
Fairvale, Lansvale have had a few good wins. Marylands are a great outfit. Roseville are quality. We play them this weekend. It's going to be a very tough game. Maccabee, Sydney, Harlequins, Redfield. I mean, there really is. It's a tight division, and this weekend will go a long way to deciding who's going to be top 4.
I was trying to look into it. It's top 4 or top 5. I think it might even be top 5 with 12 teams in the division. So I think those last 2 spots are definitely going to be.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, no doubt about it.
You'd agree there, Ricky?
Obviously, I want to see Sydney Irish go up because of the whole Ireland thing. But
what?
Nicely put.
But then obviously Harlequins are part of the Lions as well. I suppose if they're all English guys, so we wouldn't mind. Well,
anything Lions.
As long as Sydney Irish beat them,
yeah.
Harlequins can win, but Irish are better than them.
Yeah, brilliant. No, some interesting scores over the weekend for sure, and the tables are getting tighter and tighter. I think some divisions are almost locked away, where others flip a coin. So, which is exciting. We love that in the back end. We want to have last round with, everyone needing a win to make the 4 type thing, which is great. Moving on to games of the week, we've got some big ones this weekend. That's, of course, providing the weather holds off. I've got the games of the week here. We've got Division 1, it's Colleagues versus St Pat's. What are our thoughts, gentlemen?
St Pat's are strong, very, very strong. If the Colleagues at home, I'd probably go Colleagues in that one.
Yeah, bounce back from the close against Iggy's.
Yeah, I mean, St Pat's are strong, especially all down the grades. When we played them, they were solid, but I don't know, Colleagues are just seem to be coming on the up. Yeah,
Pats are just one of those sides. They're big, they're fast.
They're strong boys. Yeah.
What are you talking about, lads? St Pat's have lost 1 game all season. Colleagues have lost 4.
Yeah.
And you're both going with Colleagues.
I think Pats.
Now you guys, you both know more about this division than I do, but I'm just.
Marty didn't. Marty said Pats. I said I fancy Colleagues to get up for it.
Yeah,
they're good. Okay. They are a good side. The way they play, they play a difficult. It's difficult to defend.
No, I think I think it's going to be, like I said, if the weather holds out and everyone gets to play this weekend, I think Pats will just get up.
Yeah.
Division 2, we've got Petersham Brothers. This is the clash of the Titans. I love using that one, and only use it when there's a big game. But top of the table, I mean, Brothers look unbeatable.
They're just so strong.
Completely unbeatable.
So
but
strong.
Petersham's had a great start to the season. First half of the season's been very strong. They haven't come up against Brothers yet.
Yeah. You were saying that they're going to be playing basically back to back, isn't that it?
So this weekend,
test series.
It's sort of a test series. That it's like a Bledisloe Cup or something. It's sort of they've got game this weekend, then the wet weather weekend next week.
Yeah.
So it'll be back to back because they've got to have that catch up game. But I mean, they might very well not be able to play this weekend, so they might have to play a midweek game or something. But
you still fancy Brothers there.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, it's hard not.
I mean, look at 341 points this year.
Exactly.
Well, they've got a bonus point win.
Yeah.
Every game.
In every game. That's kind of.
But if there's a team that will beat them, you hope it would be Petersham knocking on the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brothers.
And
are
it's
so
a big.
strong.
I think it's a big day for Petersham too. It's their old boys, ladies /
Right,
old
yeah.
boys. So.
Hopefully
anything can happen.
there.
Moving to Div 3, we have Blue Mountains versus St George. This is going to be a cracker. St George has got some awesome wins over the last couple of weeks. Blue Mountains got a loss last week against a very good-looking outfit in Hornsby, but it's still going to be hard to.
It's at the Blue Mountains, so yeah.
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 No. Yes, it is. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd fancy them at home.
What am I talking about?
No, yes.
No. Yes. It's kind of like my supporting of the
Mountain
Wallabies.
men.
Yes. I think the Blue Mountains can bounce back, especially since it's a home game.
Yeah, I'd fancy them at home. Good, strong team. Obviously, St George will probably have a bit to travel to get there as well.
Yeah, good bunch of guys, but St George are coming up the table very strongly and making their presence known to the rest of the comp. So it could go either way, but I think Blue Mountains just be strong enough. Div 5, of course, Panda, you'd know nothing about this division.
No, nothing.
We've got a Rouse Hill versus Rouse Hill versus Lane Cove. Now, it's game of the week because one of them has to win.
Yeah.
Right.
And neither of them have one.
I see why you've gone with that.
Yeah,
Interesting. Look, we played the Rouse Hill, the Renegades out there.
Yep.
And they were absolutely fantastic to us during after the game. We had a great time out there, and they looked after us very well. Presented us with a top and a hat in our entrance into the league. They were great, and I hope they win for those reasons. But
Nice.
and I expect that they will. To be honest with you, I think they're slightly better. And
It's funny
good
that
players.
it's like there's not much separating them. And I don't just mean because they're on the bottom of the table, but they've both got 2 bonus points.
Yeah.
So they're on two
Yes.
competition points. Both had 10 losses. Their differential is 326, minus
Okay.
326 and minus 390. So based on that, Lane Cove's had more points scored against them. But
yeah.
game of the week for sure.
Oh yeah, babe.
And
Good chance to get the first
barring a
one.
draw, one of them has to win. Surely.
Yeah.
You'd think Rouse Hill would.
I think Rouse Hill will do it. I think Rouse Hill will do it. I'll back them. Simple as that.
There we go. Rouse Hill it is. And
I'll
then
go for Lane Cove just because you're going for Rouse Hill, obviously. Yeah. Or a draw.
Yeah.
a
3-0,
draw.
I'll take a
Actually,
3-0.
I'll go the draw. You can go
Yeah,
Lane Cove.
I've played in one of those.
All right,
It's
Div
not fun.
6. Div 6, we've got Clevelly versus Manly Sabres. This is going to be a great game as well. This is a big one purely because if the Sabres lose, you'd think the top 4 are locked away.
They are.
Sabres need to win, probably with a bonus point to stay in touch and put any pressure whatsoever on Clevelly in 4th spot there. But and they also have a game in hand.
Yeah, that's
but,
the crucial part about it. They
But
have
I
the
really
game in
think
hand,
if they lose this weekend, that's top 4 is probably locked away.
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
You know, Terry Hill's 14 points behind as well, but it's just
No, they're not
that's-
going to make that up.
when you've got sort of 7 games remaining in the season to make up.
Good to see
14 points.
Chatswood doing well this year. They did badly last year.
Yeah,
They did
Chatswood
have a great
absolutely,
year.
and also, you know, Dundas Valley doing well as well. But Clevelly, Manly Sabres, quickly, who do we think?
Clevelly.
Clevelly.
So,
I think it's over that league. I really
Yeah,
do. I mean, in
it
terms
is.
of the top 4, it's done.
Yep.
If you look at the points difference is
Hopefully,
massive.
Manly Sabres will come up and prove us all wrong. But yeah,
Well, best of luck to everyone that's been picked for the games of the week, and we want to see the results, not just hear about them. So please take plenty of pictures and videotape the games if you can, and send them in to us, and we can review them. Simple as that. All right, guys, we're going to have a quick ad break, and we'll be right back.
The Bunker Studios in the heart of Sydney's CBD is a unique production space that specialises in producing online video content. Your audiences are 5 times more engaged, and they are 85% more likely to buy products and services when you have video on your site. So whether you need small video campaigns or want to produce a live event that can interact with all your database, contact the Bunker Studios or visit our website.
Hello and welcome back to Subbies TV. Again, thank you so much for joining us this week. We've got Panda from Sydney Irish and Ricky Love, who's our Lions analyst,
Lions.
I guess. Yeah. How many times can we get this on the show?
Lots.
lots.
I do regret. Last week, when I contacted you and said, do you guys want to come on the show? I thought, yeah, great idea. Wallabies will get up. This will be perfect. Wallabies don't get up. I'm thinking, great idea.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking of Wallabies, let's recap what we saw on the weekend. Obviously, they went down in the first test against the Lions, and
Good, nice tone to that. It was excellent.
That was good, actually.
and let's get a bit of a report. Ricky, what happened? Take us through it. We all
so-
saw it, but what happened?
Thought it was a good game.
Yep.
Good atmosphere. It was up at in Queensland for it. Lions played pretty well. I think Australia kind of found out our game plan a little bit. Probably feel like they left a few points out there. Obviously, they missed 14 points in kicks. But
Yeah, you keep saying that. People keep saying that, but the reality is that rugby union at this level, kickers win games.
Yep.
And Australia didn't have a kicker to win the game. The guy who stepped up at the end, Beale, unfortunately suffering clearly from a bad dose of the DTs, delirium tremens, if you were wondering, the shakes, and just slipped over in his arse. I mean,
No, he did.
You know, that's
He did,
just.
I think
just
that's
life.
harsh, but
I thought.
but 3 minutes earlier he could have won the game.
Yeah, it
Should
had
have won
kicked
the
in
game,
at that
yeah. He
stage.
should have got
You've got
that
to
kick.
admit that with the injuries that happened to the Wallabies, the
Yeah.
back line, you've got Hooper going into 12.
Yeah.
And that I was surprised that the Lions didn't sort of attack that channel more, that 12 channel after he
Hooper-
moved in,
Hooper
because they
actually had a
scored
good
off
game,
the first
yeah.
move when he went in there.
I
but
thought he
then
had a. I
he
thought
solid up as well.
I thought he was actually the best defender statistically in the game. He 14 tackles.
Yep.
Missed one. Obviously, the one he missed was a try. But yeah, the one time they did attack it,
They seemed to score on it.
But they really didn't get the ball.
But you'd
Once
think
that
that
had happened-
you guys should have been able to break through a bit more with so many injuries in the backs. But maybe that just shows the depths of the Wallabies.
Yeah, no, look, I actually think that come this weekend, come Melbourne, the Wallabies team, the Wallabies backline is going to be a better backline that took the field against.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You reckon?
I reckon Beale is going to start at 10. O'Connor's going to move from 10, which is going to improve you immeasurably.
He had a shocker, didn't he? He was a myth.
His distribution was actually
He's
all right, but
5'8" or
he missed
But
his
as
goal
you said,
kicks and that.
you can't miss that many.
But you want him, I would say you want O'Connor receiving those passes, you don't want him making those passes, and that's probably what we see as supporters. We want to see the good players.
Put Beale in there. Lallifano looks like he's going to be fit, which
Hopefully,
I don't quite know how that works with the whole concussion rule.
No, how does that work?
But
he was knocked out.
he was knocked out cold, absolutely.
Apple penny table. He got given the 3 words to remember, and he's got them.
And he's got. But either way, he'll be a great addition if he's playing.
And Adam Ashley Cooper, if he's healthy enough,
Is he
he'll be.
fit?
I think he's all right.
Well,
I think he's fine.
They've said he's okay.
I think he's going to
But
be
the game
fine.
plan should surely just be give it to Falau. He'll run over the top of the Lions.
Best debut you've probably seen, right?
Izzy.
I was saying before the game to Panda, whoever said Falau was the weak link for the Wallabies needs to have their job handed them on the plate. I mean, if you think he's the weak link in that team, then you know absolutely nothing.
So what's the feel in the Lions camp? Do you guys think you're going to take it? Try to be as
Well, I think
biased as
from
possible.
what I've
do you think you're going to take 3 in a row, or do you think this weekend Wallabies can bounce?
I know they're confident. I know they're going to try and tighten the game plan up a little bit. Obviously, we've lost O'Connell up front, which is a massive loss. I mean, he's a huge leader, and obviously with Horwell is available, so it sort of feels like a bit of a double hit there. I know that Corbisiero might be out.
Let's not just walk over the whole Horwell back in for a
It's
second.
fine.
there.
We can.
It was
We're allowed
we can
to
talk
do
about
it was
that,
a
yeah.
damned disgrace that he got off. A damned disgrace that he got off. He should never have got off. He clearly went to do him. And you brought in some Queen's Counsel to, verbal a decision and get out
There's
of it.
probably limited. I would say there was limited contact, but I suppose only
bear in mind-
Horwell.
You two
bear in
find
mind,
it out. I
this-
don't need to even get
This
involved.
is how it happens when Lions tours. When things like this happen, the Lions don't get the rub of the green. Simple as that. It's like, we can't decimate the home team. We've got to get all their best players out there. look at what happened to O'Driscoll.
I'm not agreeing with you, by the way. I am absolutely not agreeing with that. I mean, I respect Horwell. Horwell actually, I thought he had a great game. 12 tackles,
great
didn't
player.
miss a tackle.
Great player.
Led the team, and I would say, obviously, if we lose the game, I won't be saying this, but I would like to see him playing as much as I would like to see O'Connell.
As
I do agree with that.
All right. Well, just quickly, guys. Then this weekend, what do you think? Score predictions, Panda?
I think there'll be a score in it. A score in it. I'm going to say 6 points, 24-18.
24-18.
Yes.
To the Wallabies. Wow. Okay. And Ricky Love, you've gone with.
I would say if we bring in Roberts, I'm thinking we'll maybe bring in Tommy Boo, have a bit more gas there, but I'm just worried about Falau. I would say he'll get a hat-trick, but we'll win 29-25.
29-25.
I'll go with that, yeah.
I think there's going to be plenty of points on offer as well,
yeah.
and I think the Wallabies might just take it.
Is this
28-20?
Etihad is the AFL stadium down there, or one of them in Melbourne, isn't it? It's a circular pitch, isn't it? That'll be significant as well in terms of the touch
Gaelic
kicking and all that
football
kind of
link.
stuff.
And because Falau was such a good AFL player as well.
No. In terms of sidelines, it's very difficult for a kicker to work where a sideline is in a pitch like that. The space is different. I think that'll have a big impact on the game. I think you see lots of kickers putting it out in the full early on. Those kind of things.
You think Beale will kick if he comes in?
It's an interesting analysis.
I think he should kick when he comes in. Lallifano. I'm telling you, Lallifano's going to start and he's going to do the kicking.
And he's had a great season.
He
with
has
the
been
Brumbies,
fantastic
so.
this season.
All right, guys,
actually.
we'll move on. That's a bit of a Lions wrap from the first test, and we'll look into it next week after the second test, and hopefully the Wallabies have won, so we can go into the third test in Sydney, and I'm sure plenty of Subbies boys are going to be heading out to watch the third test, so we want it to be worth it. Anyway, moving along, we've got Media Madness now, and we've got a great photo sent in, and it's from the weekend. Well, it's not really a great photo, I feel sorry for the guy, but it's Oatley versus Kings, old boys, and here it is right here, and the ambulance there got stuck, so the other boys had to help push it off the oval. But the guy inside broke his elbow from the report I got, so that's not good. And we hope you were quick. We hope you have quick recovery. But of all the things, that would just...
They don't seem to be moving it very, very easily, do they?
Well, it is an ambulance, but
yeah.
you know. All right, guys.
Helicopter would have been a lot better.
We've got the videos, plenty of videos this week. We've got a heap of videos. Now, last week we played a video of one of the Mossman coaches breaking a table. I mean, here it is again here. So you can just see that he gets plenty of air and he just breaks the table there. But there was a bit of a backlash from that, and he claims that the only reason the table broke was because of his counterpart, the other coach for the second grade, who of course did this. So here's a little bit of footage of Jeremy, who also got not as much air and just bounced straight off the table there.
Yeah. Both of you were saying that Jeremy is in fact the bigger of the two men there, and you know, he was more likely to cause structural damage to the
And
table.
he went first, yeah.
And he went first, and are you hoping to get selected, either of you? For next week, or
You know what? I'm enjoying fourth base.
Jeremy does cause a lot of structural damage wherever he goes. Usually, well, that trip to Kyra, and he was certainly, well, that's probably...
Those boys as a partnership are a great effort. But there you go, Troy. I've put Jeremy in it as well, so you're not just by yourself. Now, we've got some more interesting footage here, funnily enough, of Ricky Love. Do you want to... You're singing.
Yeah, so I should probably explain. I had just applied for The Voice.
Yep.
I had given a rendition of the Red Hot Chili Peppers there. Ricky did not like it. Delta.
Are you talking in third person now? Or?
No, yeah. Well, no, because me and Ricky are so close. Seal didn't like it either. I mean, and I was just disappointed.
Delta was backing you though. But...
No, Delta was the worst. I got back to the rugby club.
She is the worst, isn't she?
Yeah, I got back to the rugby club and just thought I would let the guys know, you know, what I'd done.
Lions jersey and all. That is atrocious. Anyway, we'll move on to our next video. We've got this has been circling around the social media and everywhere, and this is just, we'll just play it here, and it's a tackle in the New Zealand schoolboys, and wow, huge hit.
Yeah. That's
now,
the way the game.
The big thing is, everyone's like, a lot of people are going, great hit, but do you think it was late?
Oh, look, I played
Either
there.
way, it was pretty...
I played there in 1996 in that competition, and I'll never forget my first touch of a ball. It was back in the days when you used to do wall ball penalties. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
That ball comes to me, and I pop it back to the scrum half, and the ball's whipped out there, and then from the back.
Yeah.
Like 5 seconds late. 5 seconds late. Genuinely 5 seconds late. That's the way it wouldn't even be considered even remotely late. The hits and the quality of rugby in that competition is just unbelievable.
I think fans want to see that sort of stuff, though. If you come to watch a game, you want to see a big hit or whatever.
And honestly, I think it was snap.
It wasn't. I don't think it was too late. And to be honest,
all around.
textbook.
Yeah.
You saw where he hit him. It was perfectly on the ribs. Anyway, great hit. So we thought we'd play that out because it's been circling around. We've also got another video that came from Francois Stein. Now this is, we'll just show you the shot. It explains itself. So here's a bit of footage here. And if that's not the biggest drop goal you've ever seen,
That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
Just, I mean, if he'd been standing on his 22 when he kicked that ball, it probably would have gone over. I mean, genuinely, it had that kind of distance. Like it was that far over the crossbar.
It had a lot of air on it.
Unbelievable.
And it's not like that's from France, by the way. That's not from the high veld in South Africa. That's France.
Yeah.
He's got that in his locker, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
That's unbelievable. But no, great footage there of a ridiculous drop goal. I'm going to attempt it on the weekend.
You're the man. You're the man for it.
I'm going to attempt it. And now we've just got a bit of we've put together some of these Redfield old boys now. They've got this new series, web series they've put together, which is called the Rugby Board. So we've just thrown together a little snippet of that. So enjoy.
Sorry. Yeah, guys, just to see Dog eat dog, mate.
And so that's a little snippet of the rugby board.
I mean, they've got some talent with everything they do. They're great rugby team. Great rugby team. Quality behind the camera. I'm sure the guys here are very impressed with what they do.
Absolutely,
And
inspirational.
They are
almost.
hilarious, and
Yeah.
good on you boys. Keep throwing it out there.
That's what we want. Yeah,
I'm not sure how many parts or episodes they're going to be doing, but keep doing it. And I tell you what, if you want to cast me, I'm looking for work. So contact my agent. And
Shamelessly
That's
plugging
shameful.
himself.
That really is shameful.
well, that's all the media madness for this week. So thank you for all the videos that were sent in, and well done to those that were in them.
Thank you.
Troy, Jeremy,
Thank you.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We have no boat races this week, but remember we are always welcome to receive them. And likewise with no aspirational sides. We announced 3 guys that were nominated last week, and we are more than happy to get. We want a full team by the end of the year, so send in your nominations for aspirational side. They're the guys that are clubmen really, and not the best rugby players, but definitely heavily involved with your club. So you can send all that stuff, whether it's videos, pics, aspirational side, boat races, to rugbystuff@subbiestv.com.au. So thank you for everyone that does send them in. Club announcements time. So we'll get straight into the club announcements. We've got a heap of club announcements this week. Okay, so the 29th of June, which of course is this weekend, we've got Petersham Rugby Club's Ladies' Day and Old Boys' Day. It's held at Camperdown Oval against Brothers, celebrating 130 years of playing the game for the game itself.
Oh, good stuff.
Plenty of activities for the kids and pampering of the ladies. Head to the petershamrugby.com website for more information. So that's Petersham Rugby. So that'll be a good day out.
Big club.
Saturday, 29th of June, also Barker College, first 15 of 1993 versus Barker Old Boys, also known as Boobs, class of 93 team, which includes Wallaby Nathan Spooner, ex-Wallaby, former Wallaby Nathan Spooner.
Awesome.
So that'll be a good day. So head down there and see that match. I'm sure it's going to be full of laughs and some old
Rugby and
rivalries
boobs on a Saturday afternoon.
So
You can't
go
beat
Boobs,
that.
I think they'll get up by 10.
Yeah.
Saturday, 20th of July, Barker have their Ladies and Families Day versus Linfield. Now this year they are supporting a local charity, the Gidget Foundation. The Gidget Foundation helps to promote awareness of prenatal anxiety and depression. So you can go to the Gidget Foundation website, which is gidgetfoundation.com.au, to get more information about the foundation itself and also to donate money to the cause. So that's a great cause, so well done to Barker, and I'm sure that'll be a great day out. Friends of Uni New South Wales Rugby Luncheon is on Friday the 9th of August, held at the establishment on George Street. Some great guest speakers, including ARU CEO Bill Pulver. They invite all past and present players along, as well as friends of the club. So it's a nice little invite there. Head to the Uni New South Wales website for more information and to book your ticket. That'll be a great day. Now, Panda, you've got...
Yeah, we've got a continuation of what we've been doing with Hearts and Union and the RFE Charitable Trust on the Friday the 5th of July. That's the day before the final test match in Sydney. There's a charity walk. It's a sponsored charity walk. We're looking for people to sponsor us.
Yep.
There'll be a walk from Manly to the Spit Bridge.
Yep.
And then onto Taronga Zoo from there. And then that evening, we have the Sydney Irish in association with Magners, the Rugby Forum. It's
Plug.
Peter Clohessy, you'll know Peter
Oh,
Clohessy, Frankie Sheehan, Jim Williams, the great Jim
Beautiful.
Williams.
Great.
Munster.
stuff.
We call him a Munster man, but he's clearly Australian. And Mick Quinn, former Irish international, and it being the final day before the Lions. Those who aren't, we're hoping to get a few Lions down to give us a bit more of Lions.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a great night.
It's the last night. It's kicks off at 7:30
Fantastic.
in
So people-
PJ Gallagher's.
So people can go
Entertainment
to
Centre.
the Sydney Irish website to get more information on that?
Absolutely, just go down there. You'll see it all.
So head
Facebook.
to Sydney Irish Rugby's website and you can grab all the information and I guess buy tickets or donate, find a place to donate.
All that kind of
We've
stuff.
been promoting the Hearts and Union.
You
over the
have, and
last
we thank
couple
you very
of
much for that. It's a
Oh,
great
you're
cause,
welcome.
though.
You're welcome. It's a great cause. Of course, every Friday Holdings Bits comes out and you can read everything that's been happening in your Subbies Rugby division. He reports on all divisions, throws in some great stories, has some interviews, and of course my favourite, his jokes. So make sure you jump on the New South Wales Rugby website every Friday for Holdings Bits. And that's it, guys. That's it for all the club announcements this week. So I think we will get straight into dark horse time. Now, dark horse is going to be Div 5. Whew, it's a big week, Div 5, but we've got Sydney Irish versus Roseville, Convicts versus Redfield Old Boys, Canterbury versus Mac Uni, Rouse Hill versus Lang Cove, Maccabee versus Sydney Harlequins, Marylands versus the Vales. Now, who is your pick, Panda, for, and you can't pick yourself,
Can I pick Roseville?
Are you going to throw a game just for a dark horse?
Yeah,
I
that's
love
it. No, I wouldn't do that. Although Roseville are a great side. Anyway, moving on, I will go. I think the game, although we've mentioned previously Rouse Hill and Lane Cove, I think the game of the weekend there is Maccabee v Sydney Harlequins. It should be an absolute cracker.
So you're thinking Maccabee?
I'm thinking Sydney Harlequins.
Sydney Harlequins?
Away to Maccabee. I think
Right.
Sydney Harlequins will step up. They're a good side.
Controversial
quality
dark
around the
horse
place.
choice purely because they're actually technically higher on the table, but I'll let you have it. Who have you got, Ricky?
Indeed.
Oh, Lane Cove, nailed on.
Lane Cove?
Yeah, Lane Cove are going to get out. Lane Cove are
Cove,
going
wow.
to get out, yeah.
Well, looking at the table, I think I'm going to go with Canterbury beating Mac Uni.
Yes. That's
Silence.
Yeah, well,
for once.
No, they got, well,
Lions supporters.
they went
silence.
down heavily at the weekend. but
Fantastic.
yeah.
All right, cool. So we've got Harlequins, Lane Cove, and
Lane
I've
Cove,
got
yeah.
Canterbury. So that's our dark horses for the week. So best of luck, and please get up because my percentage is going ridiculous this
pathetic,
year.
isn't it?
It's really, really bad. So I'd love a win. And
I thought you were actually doing it on purpose.
No,
No?
are you kidding me?
No.
Not at all. Unbelievable. I'm so glad I brought you back, Panda. Well, that's the show for this week. I'm so glad you guys were on the show. It was fantastic. It was a
Thanks for having
Lions
us,
show.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lions got up, but thank you so much, Panda, and Sydney Irish with everything you guys are doing with Hearts and Union, etc. Great cause.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming on the
Great
show, and best of
Great to
luck
be here.
with the rest of the year. You guys should be in the finals.
Please, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes, depending.
And Ricky Love, our Lions lover. Thank you for coming on the show, mate. And,
Anytime, mate, anytime.
We might
Thanks
even
for
get you
having
back in a couple of weeks and we can report
Yeah,
on
when
how the
the
Wallabies won
when the Lions
2-1
win
in the
this
series.
series, you can get us in.
Alright,
Lions.
guys, well, that's it
Lions,
for the
Lions.
episode. Until next week, enjoy your rugby.